Good day, viewers. You're welcome back to Aliphatic Teaches, a channel where we learn one-to-one understanding of mathematics and chemistry. If you are a new member on this channel, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the notification bell for my subsequent contents. If you are returning members of this channel, I said thank you very much for believing in me. Today, we are going to be talking about trigonometry, that is solving right-angled triangle. Now, given a right-angled triangle in this sense, triangle ABC having an angle 90 degrees, we want to prove the sine of this angle, the cosine, and the tangent of this given triangle. Now, the angle given here is theta. And we should recall that the total sum of angles in a triangle will be equals to 180 degrees. Now, if this place is angle A, definitely this side will be small letter A, small letter B, and small letter C. In order to prove our sine, cosine, and tangents, we need to move by looking at the acronyms SOHCAHTOA, where S stands for sine, C stands for cosine, and T stands for tangents. Then O is for opposites, H hypotenuse, then A is our adjacent. Now, let's consider this right angle triangle here, given this angle theta. Now, any side facing angle theta is referred to as the opposite. So a side facing this angle. So this side is called the opposite. Now, this bus 90, whenever a vertical line meets with horizontal line, we have a bus 90 there. So a side facing the bus 90 is what we refer to as the hypotenuse. Sometimes we used to say the longest side is the hypotenuse. To identify hypotenuse easily, a side facing the bus 90 is referred to as the hypotenuse, while the remaining side here, which is the side C, is called the adjacent. Now, we want to prove the sine. Sine theta will equals to the opposite divided by hypotenuse. Now, from this, our opposite is small letter b over hypotenuse small letter a. Likewise, cos theta will equals to adjacent all over hypotenuse. Then our adjacent here is small letter c, while our hypotenuse is small letter a. Then tan theta will equals to opposites divided by adjacent, which is equals to our opposite here is small letter b divided by our adjacent here is small letter c. So here we are able to derive the trig ratio for sine, cosine, and tangents. Now, to move on, as we said in the previous derivation of sine, cosine, and tangents, that if this angle here is theta and this box here is 90 degrees, and we know the sum of angle in this triangle should be 180 degrees, definitely this angle C will be 90 minus theta. This 90 minus theta. So we have our values here. Now, we want to consider this angle 90 minus theta as our angle. Now, let's take away this theta. Now, anywhere this angle is facing is our opposite. So this is my opposite. Anywhere this bus 90 is facing is my hypotenuse. Then the remaining side is my adjacent. Now, let us label this is capital letter C, small a, and small b. Now, back to sine. So sine sine open bracket 90 minus theta will now equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So our opposite is C, small letter C, over hypotenuse, small letter A. Likewise, cos 90 minus theta. So from here, cos 90 minus theta will equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So our adjacent here is small b over hypotenuse, small a. Likewise, tan, open bracket, 90 minus theta equals to, so opposite over adjacent. Our opposite here is given as small c, over adjacent is given as small b. Now, from here, from the one we derived earlier, we can now make an identity to look at which one is equal to each other. Now, when we look for the first derivation, we can see that our sine theta equals to b over a, then cos theta equals to c over a, then our tan theta, from what we proved earlier, our tan theta will be equals to b over c. Now from here, we can see that sine theta equals to cos 90 minus theta. So sine theta, therefore, the identity is that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta, while cos theta is equals to sine 90 minus theta. So this is called an identity. So we are able to prove the sine, cosine, and tangent of a right angled triangle. Now, let's look at the application of this. Example 1 says calculate to two significant figures the values of W and X in the figure below. So given this right angled triangle with angle 78 degree and a side to be 10 centimeter, I want to find the values of X and W. Now, in order to find the values of X and W, we assume to find the values of X, we assume that W is not present. So in this case, let's have a triangle that we have only X here and W will be omitted. And our angle here is 78 degree and we have 10 centimeter here. Now, the first thing is to label our sides, since an angle 78 degree is given. So a side facing this angle is referred to as the opposite, while a side facing this bus 90 is referred to as the hypotenuse, then the remaining one is the adjacent. Now, we can say opposite is equal to 10 centimeter, then our hypotenuse is equal to x. Then our angle, let's say angle theta equals to 78 degree. We now compare this with our SOHCAHTOA. Which one do we have opposite? Hypotenuse. We can actually say that it is so. So using the formula, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Then we put our parameters where they should be. Now, sine, my theta here is 78 degree. Is equals to, our opposite is 10 centimeter divided by our hypotenuse, x. Now from here, let's say this over 1. We cross multiply. When you cross multiply, this move to this place. We have x sine 78 degree is equal to 10 multiplied by 1. We have 10. I need my x. I need to eliminate sine 78 degree by dividing both sides by 78. We now have x sine 78 degree is equal to 10 divided by sine 78 degree divided by sine 78 degree. So this goes in this. So my s equals to 10 divided by. Now, using our calculating machine or our 4-figure table to look for the values of sine 78 degree is going to give us 0.9781. 0.9781. So when we divide this, we are going to have 10.22 centimeter approximately. Since we are given the information that should be in two significant figures. To calculate the significant figure, we start from this first digit. So 1, 2. So the number after this 0 is 2. Any number between 0 to 4, you round down to 0. So our answer here is 10 centimeter. To solve for W, we also assume X is not present. So we have our angle 78 degree, W, then 10 centimeter. So here we assume S is absent. Now we relabel. This is our angle. A side facing the angle is the opposite. A side facing the box 90 is the hypotenuse, while the remaining one is our adjacent. Listing our parameters, our opposite is equal to 10 centimeter. Our adjacent is equal to W. So our angle is 78 degree. Now, checking our SOHCAHTOA that we've written before, SOHCAHTOA. Here we have opposite adjacent. So here we have opposite adjacent. So we're going to make use of TOA. So that is tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Now let's put our values. So tan, our theta is 78 degree is equal to our opposite 10 centimeter over W. Here as well, let's say over 1. We cross multiply. Then we have W tan 78 degree. When you cross multiply, this move to this meets this. So we have 10 multiplied by 1, 10. Now, the same thing we did in the first calculation. To get this W, we divide both sides by tan 78 degree. So W tan 78 degree equals to 10 divided by tan 70. W tan 78 degree divided by tan 78 degree is equal to 10 divided by tan 78 degree. This goes in this. So our W equals to 10 divided by. So when you check using your calculating machine, your four-figure table, to check for tan 78 degree, that will give us 4.7046. So when you divide 10 divided by 4.7046, we are going to have 2.155 centimeter. So our W will equals to two significant figures. We have 1, 2. So the values after this second digit is 5. Number between 5 and 9, you round up to 1. So we have 2.2 centimeter. So that is the value of W. Example 2. Read thus. Calculate line PR. Right, question A. Question B, line RS in the figure below. Give the answers correct to 3 significant figures. So this is the figure given to us. Here we have 2 right angle triangles mounted together. Now, before you can solve this, you need to identify that to solve any right angle triangle, 2 parameters must be given. 2 given parameters. Here we have triangle PQ. Okay. Here we have triangle PQR. So our angle Q is 50 degree, and we also have triangle RPS, where our angle is 28 degree. So in this PQR, we are given 2 parameters, angle 50 degree, and as well side 6 centimeter. And in triangle RPS, we are given only angle. So in this case, we cannot use this triangle to calculate the value of X or the value of Y. Either use this triangle PQS to calculate the value of X. So when we get the value of X, we now input it here to get the value of Y. So let's move on. Now, since this is our angle 50 degree, let us label the sides. So a side facing this angle is your opposite. The side facing the hypotenuse, the box 90 is the hypotenuse, while the remaining side is the adjacent. Writing down the parameters, opposite is unknown, which is X. Then adjacent is given as 6 centimeter. Our angle theta is given as 50 degree. Now checking our SOHCAHTOA. the one that have opposite adjacent is 2. That is tan theta equals to opposites over adjacent. So tan, our theta here is 50 degree. Tan 50 degree equals to, our opposite is x over 6. Let's say this over 1. By cross multiplying, x multiplied by 1, we have x is equals to 6 multiplied by tan 50 degree. So x equals to 6 multiplied by pressing our calculating machine or checking our fourth figure table for tan 50 degree, we have the value of tan 50 degree to be 1.192. 1.192. So our x equals to, so when we multiply 6 by 1.192, it gives us the value of 7.152. 7.152 centimeter. But we are told to correct to 3 significant figures, so we count 1, 2, 3. The digit after this 5 is 2. 2 is not up to 5, so it should be round down to 0. So in this case, we have our line PR to be equals to 7.15 centimeter. So this is the value of line PR. So since we are able to get the value of this x, then we put it here, we can now get the value of y. Now to calculate the value of y, let's take out this triangle. Base 90, we have P here, R here, and S. This is y. Then our angle here is 28 degrees. Don't forget, we've calculated x in that point. So we got 7.15 there. So this place now is 7.15 centimeter. Now let us rename. So this is our angle. This is our opposite. Is side facing the angle. This is our base 90. Is side facing base 90 is our hypotenuse. Then this is our adjacent. So from here, let us write our parameters. Opposites equals to y, which is unknown. That is what we are looking for. Then our hypotenuse equals to 7.15 centimeter. Then our angle theta equals to 28 degrees. Checking out this in our SOHCAHTOA, we are looking for opposites. Our hypotenuse is 7.152. So we have opposite and hypotenuse. So in SOHCAHTOA, definitely I'm going to make use of what? So. Then we write the formula sine theta equals to opposites over hypotenuse. So sine, our angle theta here is 28 degrees, is equals to, our opposite is y, over our hypotenuse is 7.15. So this is divided by something. Let's divide by 1 here. Now, the next step is to cross multiply. Y multiplied by 1, we have y equals to 7.15 multiplied by sine 28 degrees. So y equals to 7.15 multiplied by, so to check our sine 28 degrees, using your fourth figure table, you check 28 under 0. Or you press your calculator by pressing sine 28 degrees. So when we press sine 28 degrees, we have 0.4695. 0.4695. So multiplying it with 7.15, we are going to have 3.3578. 3.3578. Now, back to the question. In the question, it said, the question says, give the answers correct to 3 significant figures. Now, we count from the first digits. 1, 2, 3. After this third digits, what do we have? We have 7. So any number between 5 and 9, you round up to 1. So this 7 becomes 1, and we add it up to this 5, making 6. So we have 3.36 centimeter. So which means our line RS equals to 3.36 centimeter. That's the value of line RS. So this is the first stage in our application of trigonometric ratio. If you are a new member on this channel, try to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell for the subsequent content of this lesson. And do not forget to share to your loved ones in order to benefit immensely in this class. Thank you very much.